Alright, now that we messed with the settings and now that chat can actually hear the game's audio, let's start our playthrough of the Lies of P demo. Yeah, when I was a kid, my mom took me to the park dedicated to Carlo Collodi. There's an entire park themed around the original story of Pinocchio. Obviously not the Disney version of Pinocchio. It was pretty cool. It was mainly like a park with a bunch of like hedges and different plants and whatnot and metallic statues on top of other stuff. But yeah, the game is looking very crisp. Oh. We'll go at the game's pace. We'll go at the game's pace.
I've been looking all over for you.
Have you now? Dude, you can spin really quick. Let's go. And the game looks pretty crisp. Lighting is pretty good. Even the clothing just kind of wiggles about as you move. That's kind of sweet.
Jim, we will restart soon.
I see they got Jiminy too. But we have to hurry.
Jiminy's a tiny little robot cricket. Let's go, dude.
Sophia, please come to Hotel Krat, and I'll explain what's happening.
So, since this game is based on the story of Pinocchio, am I gonna have to talk like this the entire time during the demo? Oh, ma che cazzo stiamo facendo, ragazzi? Alright. So the menu looks pretty fucking cool. Very much gives me that Bloodborne vibe when you open up the menu in Bloodborne. Got our bag, our character info. Alright, that's just character stats and all that. Weight load is there. We got Ergo, not sure what that is. I'm assuming that's probably our currency, like souls and whatnot. Got attack ratings and all that stuff. Okay. Weapon attack and long arm attack abilities. Okay. So our long arm is probably going to be like the ninja tools from Sekiro, I presume. We have the pulse cell, which I can only presume is our healing item. There's a maximum number of times pulse cells can be used. When you reach that maximum, the cell will be discharged. If you attack enemies with the cell while the cell is discharged, the pulse cell will gradually... Wait. Pulse cells are ergo cells that power the P organ. The P organ, I'm assuming, is our heart. They work with stargazers and can also convert the energy from an attack's impact to recharge. Wait, so if you run, you can recharge your healing thing by attacking? That's fucking dope. That is sick. The grinder. Repairs weapon durability. Okay. When durability is low, attack decreases. When durability falls to 0, the weapon will be destroyed and cannot be repaired with a grinder. Thus, it is advised to keep an eye out on the durability gauge. To those in battle, the grinder is their lifeline. The sharpness of their blade can mean life or death. We got Monold's lamp. Increases brightness upon use. Okay, so it is just a little lantern. A small lamp with a cricket guide puppet inside. It illuminates the darkness with a faint light. Do not be afraid. Even if you get lost in the fog, the cricket guide will be... Last resort. Immediate character death upon you. Oh, okay. This is gonna be like the, oh, I forget the name on, like, Dark Souls 3 and whatnot, right? It's gonna be the item that recalls you back to your bonfire, but you lose all your things, right? Special device that releases all of the P organ's energy at once, dies upon use. The old man feared the possibility of his son not awakening properly and going into a frenzy. The initialization device was made as a necessary evil for delicate readjustment. Oh. Oh, we do have stuff equipped on us already. Okay, so we got the left arm of steel. Oh, so you'll be able to equip different arms, or I guess just upgrade the arm. Motivity, advance, and technique. The arm does have scaling, so I'm presuming you can find different arms. Steel Rising is rolling in its grave after this demo. Dude, I haven't even played the demo, right? We're still, like, checking out the fucking menu, and it's already way better than Steel Rising. You know, those devs clearly put a lot of work into that game, but that game was a mess. It was a massive disappointment for me. The Legion arm cannot be modified. Okay, I'm assuming that means, like, changing scaling or imbuing it or something like that, perhaps. Defense parts. Workshop Union basic frame. Has weight, defense, right? Damage reduction rate. Parts that enhances a puppet's frame, absorbs physical damage. Workshop Union old generator converter. That is... Okay, I will say, I am really liking the fact that the description on the items is very descriptive. Like, so far, I have not had any sort of confusion on what the items are. And for as much as I love FromSoft has the bad habit of being sometimes a little too vague with the item description, to the point where you have to do several amount of testing to figure out, you know, if the item actually operates the way it wants to. I can't think of the exact name off the top of my head, but I know that there's 2 talismans in Elden Ring, for example, that have a similar description. One increases the damage of everything, while the other only increases the damage of physical attack, but they have the same exact wording. That's a little confusing. Okay, but we see that there's different elements: fire, electricity, and acid. Obviously, as well as physical damage. Appendages parts that increases the attributes, resistances of puppets. Okay. Cartridge. Workshop Union cartridge prototype. Physical damage reduction rate. These are all defensive, yeah? Yeah, defense parts. Certified liner. This is physical damage. A liner made in the dimension approved by the Workshop Union. Okay. Amulets. We have none. A white shirt. Can we unequip it? Oh, we can't. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Go back. Before we undress Pinocchio. Let's finish looking at our, gestures! Hey, we got gestures, dude! Check ground. Right, fair enough. Okay, so down here, I'm going to go ahead and unequip this. I don't think we'll need it. Lower belt. Oh, we already have this equipped. Right, it is on... Oh, that's sick! Oh, so the grinder is already equipped. Okay, that's cool. So we have items that we can have on our belt, and then you have items that you can have in your extra bags. Okay, that's kind of cool. I like that. I like that quite a bit. That's the pulsel, our healing item. We can't unequip it? What? I can't run around as a shirtless Pinocchio? Alright, let's move. So, how do I... Okay. Oh, that's gonna be a little awkward. So if you notice, the lower belt is equipped right now, and it's highlighted in red. And now the top is highlighted in red. So if I want to use the bottom one, I actually have to first switch to the bottom row, and then I can use it. That's gonna be a little awkward. I'd imagine that everything that is in the bottom row is probably something you won't need to use in the middle of combat, right? Oh, that's sick! Oh, the sound effect and lighting effects are so sick. This game is cool. Ah, this game is so sick. Yo, Sly, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. When I got Steel Rising, I ran around for a few minutes, killed one enemy, saw the FPS drop, then refunded. Yeah, I didn't have any performance problems when I played that game. I had other issues with the game. Hey, you get a little bit of a reflection on the brass door. A fucked up reflection, but...
Let's get you out of there. find something that might help.
I can't run at the moment. The game looks cool though.
But the streets are not safe. Arm yourself with one of the weapons over there. It'll be helpful on your way to the hotel.
Oh, select combat style. Okay. We got balance. A balanced combat style with both power and speed. Okay. Oh, so these are like starting classes, right? Different HP, stamina. Okay. So we got vitality, vigor, capacity. That's gonna be way. And then you have motivity, which I'm assuming is strength. Technique, which I'm assuming is dexterity. And advance is probably something like wisdom, intel, or intelligence, something like that. Okay. This one starts with a saber, it looks like. This is a rapier. Well, let's see, right? Okay, so this is Path of Balance, right? 9 technique, 9 motivity. Dexterity, higher technique. Okay, so I am correct, and that motivity is the strength. Let's go. Path of Cricket. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with strength. I would like to use a quicker... Oh, maybe we'll go balance. Yeah, maybe we'll go balance. I mean, the weapon with strength looks sick, but... Yeah, let's go with balance. Oh, now we can move a little bit quicker. Okay, so we got our light attacks. Oops. Reset. Yeah, so we got the light attacks. We got charge attacks. Or heavy attacks. And if you hold it, it does an entire moveset thing. Little combo. See our stamina to the top left. I need to pay attention to that. Oh, it has the little prompts to the right too. Switch weapon. But we just have the one, so we just keep pulling out the same one. Fair enough. So that's our guard. And you can't attack while guarding. Cool. I like the dodge. Well, I don't like that. A for extra bag. Oh! Oh, so that's like Elden Ring style stuff. Right, you hold down and you open up your little extra bag. Okay, that's sick. That's tight. What does left trigger do? Oh. Now, does that recharge on our arm, or does it... Okay, it doesn't seem like it recharges over time. Okay. Cool. Sick! I really like the way the game looks and sounds so far. It's certainly a good-looking game. Okay, hold B to run around. All right, we got our first enemy. Seems like... Oh, we got the Bloodborne Scooch! Oh, let's go, dude. I should have maybe downloaded this on the PlayStation in hindsight. And of course, I mean, oh, I don't like that the blood wears off. We'll chalk it up to the fact that it's raining. Game looks great, though.
Welcome to Krat Station, everyone.
Sawtooth
Here we
wheel.
witness the most spectacular display of human endeavor on Earth. If Krat is your final destination, we wish you a safe and prosperous day.
This prick looks like he belongs on a Christmas tree. Oh, what, these guys? Yeah, I mean, the game is called Lies of P, right? It is based on the... It is a unique take on the story of Pinocchio. And we play as Pinocchio. And we fight a bunch of mechanical puppets that have gone awry. Pulse cell. Use a pulse cell to recover HP. There's a maximum number of times pulse cells can be used. When you reach maximum, the cell will be discharged. If you attack enemies while the cell is discharged, the pulse cell will gradually charge. So that's cool, right? you run out of heals. If you're aggressive enough, you'll be able to recharge your thing. That's cool. How is blocking effective? Not entirely. What happens if we block at the... Maybe not when there's multiple enemies next to us. But I like that, of course, we get, like, oil on us and whatnot. That's pretty cool. Dim Ergo Fragment. Okay, let's start with this one guy. If we block right as we're about to get hit, does it do, like, a parry or anything? No. What happens if we use this? Dude, that one shotted the guy. What? I mean, it does seem like we have limited uses, obviously, but that's kind of dope. Hey, Chad, that looks like a boss, or at least a mini-boss over there. I'm sweeping under my desk while I watch, and I just accidentally rocketed so much dust into my PC. Ooh. Happy. All right, let's check out the healing animation, right? Okay, that's pretty cool. It's quick, which I like. I like quick healing animations, chat. It allows you to stay in the combat and in the motion of things. Let me check out those items we picked up. We found some new things. Sawtooth wheel, throwable item. A cogwheel that is common sight in Krat. It can be thrown to draw an enemy's attention. Oh, so it's like the pebbles, right? From the Dark Souls games, Bloodborne and whatnot. Little pebbles you throw to get an enemy's attention if you want to draw just one enemy at a time. And then we have dim ergo fragments. Obtain 100 ergo. Okay, so ergo is our souls, our runes, our blood echoes. It is our currency. And these ones obviously are what we can crack, right? Like souls and, you know, bloodstones and whatnot. A fragment of ergo, a mysterious power stone that can be found in Krat. Geppetto's puppet can absorb ergo and turn it into... Alright, I'm assuming both of these doors are probably going to be locked. You need Krat Central Station maintenance. Does anyone even come close to FromSoft with these games? In what sense?
You cannot see the dark. Switch me on and gently will light away.
This guy's got a shotgun, dude. Do I get a gun? Can this actually become Bloodborne? The combat feels fine at the moment. I'm pretty happy with it as of right now. It's obviously not Bloodborne quick, but it's faster than Dark Souls, and that's honestly all I can ask for. Let's go check that downstairs. Dude, that attack does so much damage. I wonder if that can only get Dude, look at the detail! That is so sick! Look at the different material that everything is made of, the different little posters. The paint. Dude, this looks so fucking good. Thermite. That's gonna be like firebomb, right? Yep. So let's go ahead and throw that on here, I suppose. Let's read the description of it too. A thermite bomb that can be thrown, inflicting fire damage at the area of impact. After the puppet frenzy, people began to fashion weapons of resistance in their desperation. Many throwable weapons were manufactured, and these exhibit excellent results against their machine enemies. There was one where you played, I think, a plague doctor. I think it was made by a very small studio. You threw feathers. I think out of all the ones I've seen, this is probably my favorite one to watch. Thynesia. There's some of them that are pretty good, that I think are actually well made and sort of very, to some degree, capture the spirit of the Souls games. I think Mortal Shell is very good. It certainly has its faults. I think the end game ends up falling apart a bit, but Mortal Shell was very good in my opinion. Code Vein has its faults. I think the weapons variety isn't quite there. Let me try this bomb. Oh wait, we can do sneak attacks? Hold on. Oh, dude! Destroyed. Can we break the boards? No. Damn. Code Vein is pretty good. It lacks heavily in enemy variety, and it lacks heavily in weapon variety, I think. But it does some things right. Mortal Shell is really good. Thynesia is really good. Hey, let's check out this fireball. Oh, and it does do damage over time. Sick. Dude, the effects are so good. Look at that, the puppet. Oh, but it wears off when they die. Damn. I was gonna say, look at that. The puppet is actually like charred and whatnot. Dude, this game looks dope. This game looks good. So far, I am very happy with it. So there's a few that I think have done a good job. There are some that unfortunately completely miss what Souls games ought to be. I think Hellpoint was a massive letdown. Combat felt clunky, hitboxes were massively janky, and just level design wasn't that great half the times. Steel Rising had a lot of problems. I think exploration was heavily dumbed down to what it could have been. So there's some that do it well, some that don't do it too well. None have exactly captured the same feel as a Souls game for me in its entirety. I'm hoping that Lies of P will be the one, because so far it's looking very fucking good. If anyone finds a snow, get out of the station and run. If anyone finds a snow, get out of the station and run. Definitely make sure to keep clear of the waiting room. I saw a huge puppet smashing people to death. Well, chat, guess what we're doing? We're gonna go smash the big smashing puppet. Is that him? That's him right there, right? Look at him. Big old smashing puppet. Okay, so it shows you the thing, right? When you can do a backstep. Oh, chat! They tricked me! They tricked me, chat! They put him... Oh, that's... Dude. Okay. Okay, that's FromSoft level bullshit right there. They were like, hey, you saw how you snuck up on that one character for the tutorial? Yeah, do it again. Psych, it's a trap now. Get ganked. I love that shit. That's ganking that's baiting the player the right way. That's what that is. I like that. Another dim ergo fragment. A Souls-like game has yet to capture that sort of I'm starting to fall in love with this game feeling that Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Demon Souls gave me. Like when you start learning the lore and start being excited to learn the ins and out of the combat. I don't know how to describe that feeling. I will certainly say I don't think there's been a single game that lore-wise has captured me as much as these Souls games. Some games have come close in the terms of world exploration and combat and, you know, just atmosphere and whatnot. In terms of lore, though, yeah, none have come close. None have come close. Which is unfortunate, because that is a big part of the Souls games, right? Lock device. There are doors and ladders all throughout Krat that are locked by devices. You can unlock these doors or go down ladders to create shortcuts. Alright. Oh, so we have to unlock the door from the right area, right? That's why we got shocked when we tried to open it from the other side. Fable Catalyst. What is that? A catalyst made to supplement Puppet abilities rapidly charges Fable. The catalyst made Puppet more efficient by circulating ergo energy within their bodies. It charges Fable. I'm assuming Fable is the bar for my arm. Or no, is it that blue bar at the top? Maybe, actually. I don't know what that blue bar at the top is. Let's go, chat. I'm not hearing any music, though, I will say. Nice, got a stagger up in there. Watch stamina. Watch your stamina. Let's use this big charge attack. Okay. Okay. I like the scooch. I like the scooch to the side when we're close to him. Oh, is that when we can execute enemies? Hold up, chat. Hold on, can we execute enemies? No. So, oops. Oh, I'm out of, I'm out of the charge thing, that's why. I'm out of the charging, that's fine. I'm fine with dying because I want to see what that charge attack thing does. I see a bit of the sluggishness in the combat when it comes to like the dodging part of it. It's very sticky, if that makes sense. Okay, well, we didn't get to see what it meant when his HP bar turns white and then we can use the left trigger attack. But we cut him in half with an execute, so I think that's pretty fucking sweet, chat. We'll take it. That was cool. Another sawtooth wheel. Alright, so we got the key for that door that was locked. Like that other game, constantly topping off your heals. Which one are you referring to? It looks really good. It does look pretty good so far. It does. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Having a bit of fun with the new Lies of P demo. Oh, that was Hellpoint. That was one of the worst Souls-like games that I played. I know a lot of people like Hellpoint. To me, it just didn't do it. To me, it just didn't do it. I'm assuming these are going to be our bonfires. That's cool. That's cool. And oh, it's a Stargazer. Nice. Use a Stargazer to fully recover HP and stamina as well as charge your pulse cells. You will revive at this point upon death. Remember, this process also revives enemies, not just your character. Yep. So...
is called a Stargazer. A marvelous device the Stalkers used in the past. As we are...
Oh, I skipped the line of that. It was taking so long to switch to the next one.
But if I lend my power to this Stargazer for a moment... Gather ergo, clever one. This Stargazer will make you stronger. But the Stargazer's strength doesn't last forever, so be careful with it. Hurry up and come to Hotel Krat.
This is a very cool looking area, though. Like, this is very much Bloodborne vibes, right? Obviously, this is not a Victorian-era city, but, you know, it has that Gothic-style look to it, right? Much more modern, but similar Gothic style to it. It's at night. It's raining. The rain effect looks pretty cool. And look at that. Look at those similarities. So, obviously, when you enter Yharnam or any other area, right, you see the citizens stringing up beasts, right, because they're being hunted. And here you see the same thing, only that instead of being beasts, it's humans, because the puppets are hunting down humans. That's kind of cool. I like the little parallel there. I mean, the lead guy behind this game, during a short interview, mentioned that he's a massive Soulsborne fan. So I'm expecting to see a lot of nods to the Souls games. I'm expecting that. Use a bit of ergo. I'm not sure what we're gonna use them in. Oh, we got a new thing. This is just flat out better. It weighs more, so this is gonna be like an armor, right? Although, no, these are different than just equipment, aren't they? Oh, no, they are, so it is like armor. Okay. So, this frame is going to be heavier by 1.8, but it's going to increase our damage reduction by 4.5. This item was made in the Puppet Workshop with the purpose of improving the strength while limiting the weight increase as much as possible. However, its weight is significantly greater than that standard version. Yeah, that's fine. 50% weight, though. Hazard dodge. Let me check something out. Do we have, like, quick dodges? If you have a weight system, you probably do, right? So, like, what if I just unequip all of this? What's our weight at? 25? Oh, yeah, that is a big difference. That is such a big difference. Okay. Damn. So, let me see. It's cool, you can sort of examine your character. So, is it as long as we're under 50%? No. Okay, so it's probably under 35%. That seems to be more or less similar. Oh, wait a minute, chat. We got... Hold on. Oh! So that blue bar can be used to use abilities from your weapon. You can see that at the bottom right. There is a blade and a hilt portion. The Y that we just did was the blade portion of the weapon art. That's right, they said you can sort of customize your weapons. So you can, like, put blades on different hilts and hilts on different blades and whatnot. Sort of like an Ash of War system, I guess, where you can... Now, if I rest, is it going to restore all of that? We're gonna level up a little bit, chat. You know, I don't know how much vitality helps. Let me see. How much HP do we get? Put 10 there. Spread it around, right, chat? Okay, it doesn't recharge it when you rest. Okay. Yeah, no, this is very cool looking. This I like quite a bit, chat. Dogs! Oh man! Terrible game. Oh, so there is a perfect guard system. I was just really bad at it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, chat, we've angered a few fellas. Okay. I'm not sure if the loud noise is necessary for whenever you hit enemies, but no, that's, okay, fighting multiple enemies, not that big of a problem. Krat time issue, view for detail. The Krat Grand Exhibition has been delayed. This decision was made to protect the citizens until the puppet frenzy that has recently paralyzed the city is under control. The occurrence began on Rosa Isabel Street, resulting in hundreds of casualties. While the cause is still unknown, the number of casualties and the scale of damage are both growing. And as the crisis dragged on, the workshop and Venini Company, Krat's largest puppet factory, announced that they would offer emergency supplies to citizens. Jeeves running out with the candelabra. Sounds good to me. Okay, cool. And the stream is not lagging. We had some hiccups earlier on, so hopefully it's fine. Hopefully there's no lagging or anything. I'm afraid that the little scrolling events at the bottom left are probably lagging, just like chat might be lagging. But I think we should be fine. Yeah, hold on, let me double check. I'm surprised that I haven't heard... I mean, we weren't fighting a boss or anything. There's probably going to be music during boss fights and whatnot. Let me... everything up a bit, though. Okay, so you have to be pretty close to get the prompt. I wonder if there's going to be, that is kind of cool, though, that as long as you notice the enemy, you can actually target it. Ah, so there it is, okay. When we see that big dung, that's the, or the ergo fragments, that's the perfect parry. And that seems to stagger the enemy for a good chunk of time. Oh, look at that, chat. They even have him in a certain position that almost looks like the hunter's mark. I mean, yeah, if somebody's hanging upside down, there's really not many poses they can take, but... I like to think that it's a callback to Bloodborne. Yeah, so far the only things that sort of bug me is just the dodging feels a little sticky. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's one of those things where you have to play the game in order to sort of get what I mean. Visually, you can't tell. Yeah, visually, it's not something that you can tell. Another sort of thing. I wonder if there's gonna be items instead of those. Can we break this? Okay, so it seems like the backstabs can happen as long as you're behind the enemy. It doesn't seem like you necessarily have to sneak up as long as you can get to the back of your enemy, you can get a backstab in. Okay. So I want to go here and break these boxes, chat. Again, I need to... Oh man, we alerted that guy. Come here, buddy. Come here, pal. The animations are incredibly smooth, though. That I am impressed with. Okay, I guess that answered that. I was gonna say, I wonder if making noise can attract enemies or something like that, but it doesn't seem like it did. I wonder if you can perfect guard range attacks. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. Obviously, you wouldn't be, you know, staggering enemies with it, but... I will say, I wish that the oil would not wear off of your clothing. I think if they let it gradually wear off when you're, you know, out into the rain, I think that might be fine. Hey, chat, you want to go to the circus? Welcome to the circus of value.
What do you call a group of men waiting for a haircut? A barbecue cat.
Creature, thank you for the 100 bits, but are you exposing yourself as a cannibal? That what's going on? I get the pun, right? Barbecue, because it's a line, right? Barbecue, I get it, but feels like it might be a bit of a darker reference there. Let's throw these on. These seems like they might actually come in here. Oh, so it tells you the cost, right? So like the Y ability on the saber that we have costs 3 bars, but we have a left bumper and Y. That's for the hill, right? That seems to be sort of block ability. Let's try it out on the next enemy that we run into. You son of a gun. Oh? Oh, that empowered the weapon. An attack up. Can we see our buffs? Oh, it doesn't seem like we can. Is there any way that I can damage reduction rate while guarding? Right. Can we check out the like weapon arts or the weapon attack? Concentrate and Storm Slash. Storm Slash is the actual, you know, attack that we did earlier, but what about Concentrate? Does it not tell us what it does? There it is. Oh, increases attack temporarily. Okay, that's sick. I like that. And it only costs 1 bar. Oh, that's pretty dope. I don't have a comeback. Oh, creature, you done exposed yourself. Well, cannibal or not. Thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. You didn't have to do it, but you did it anyways. Yeah. Obviously, you're not imbuing yourself with an element, but yeah, you're boosting your attack a little bit. Not unlike, actually, a lot of weapon arts in the Souls games do that. Classic Soul stuff, right? You see an item on the other side of the gate, you instantly start looking around. How can I get there? I like the game so far. I mean, we're not very far into the demo at all. This was obviously like very, very early on, but so far I'm relatively impressed compared to other Souls-like games I've played. this very much exceeds some of the jankier ones. Let's see if it ends up exceeding some of the better ones. But yeah, so far I'm into it. Fable arts. Okay, so instead of weapon arts, they're called fable arts, right? Very much in tune with the, you know, fairy tales and stuff like that, right? The fable of Pinocchio. Like that. Weapons have distinct blades and handles that each have their own fable art. Fable arts use up fable slots, and different fable arts use a different number of slots. Charge fable slots by attacking enemies with weapons. Yeah. So it's cool. Oh, that's a big man. So it's cool that okay, so it seems like you can only get backstab on weaker enemies, perhaps. Yeah, so the... Oh, right trigger, hold on. The enemy's about to get groggy. Oh, okay, so that means that they're about to get staggered? Is that what it means by the enemy's about to get groggy? But that is, yeah, the whole fable art system is pretty interesting, because if it has the hilt and the blade separate, and if I understand it correctly, and you can swap in between, like sort of customize your own weapon, it'll very much allow you to be able to customize the weapon to your playstyle, right? Take a hilt, maybe, you know, that has a certain weapon art that works in tandem, you know, makes up maybe for the lack of something in another weapon, right? Being able to very much customize things to your playstyle. I quite like that. The rainstorm is very relaxing. It's making me sleepy. Are you sure it's not because it's like 6 in the morning over there?
Destination Hotel Krat.
Oh, is that the hotel?
Location for observing the destination.
That is so cool. What a fucking view, chat. Another good thing that a lot of Souls-like games don't do. Allowing you to see where you can traverse, right? That'll be, I'm assuming that's a hotel. That'll be an area that we can visit. That is something that a lot of Souls-like games don't do. The Soulsborne games do. If you've ever paid attention, a lot of the areas you can see in the Soulsborne games are areas that you can access yourself at some point. It's not just there as a backdrop. More often than not, it's areas that you yourself can access. More thermite. Hey, what? Where'd that come from, brother? What the fuck? Oh, you... Okay, they were just kind of behind you, sir. Oh shit, this guy's got no head! Okay, yeah, the dodge and attack feels sticky, but it's its own thing. It's something you'll have to get used to. Oh, looks like I aggroed it. It's something you'll need to get used to, but once you do, it's not so bad. Obviously, I don't prefer it, but you are dealing with machines, so it makes sense they have a bit of a sticky type of animation, I guess, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if I'm getting across what I mean properly, but... I guess we avoided an ambush by coming here first. Steel Rising sort of did that well, but in a lot of the times it ended up looking too clunky. Here, it's not as bad, but it's certainly something to get used to. I'm assuming this is the item we saw on the other side of the gate. Yes, sir. Venigni's Urgent Repair Tool. I'm assuming that that is what we can use to repair a weapon that is broken. Instantly repairs weapon durability. An emergency repair tool made by Venigni. Immediately restores weapon durability. An emergency repair tool that Venigni made to support stalkers. Regrettably, its manufacturing facility was destroyed during the puppets. Okay. So, wait a minute. So this thing right here, the grind wheel, can we just use it whenever? Oh, that's like Monster Hunter type stuff. That's actually kind of sick. So, okay, that white bar above our weapon is our weapon's durability, and it makes sense that it would wear out because, I mean, we're clashing metal on metal, right? So we're hitting puppets and whatnot. Does it wear out when you hit walls and whatnot? No, it doesn't seem like it. So, you know, your weapon wears out, but you can repair it at any time. So as long as you don't completely break the weapon, you can just stop and repair it. And it's free. Obviously, once it completely breaks, it seems like you need to use specific items, right? The Venini's Emergency Repair Toolkit. But otherwise, yeah, this is like Monster Hunters type stuff, right? That's our whetstone, basically. I wonder if there will be like endurance fights where that might have to come in handy. This too, bed soon. Just thought I'd drop by. I always appreciate it, man. I don't know how you do it staying up so late. I never stay up late. I could never imagine what that's like. I do want to see how much damage our 3-cost Fable art does. Okay, so we do have that area down there, but we also have this area up here. Oh, this is the shortcut. Nice. Dude, oh man, the animations are so good. This game is sick. This game is so fucking sick, chat. I am, I need the full game right now. I gotta wait until September! Chat, I gotta wait until September for this damn game. I'm gonna keep breaking boxes because I'm hoping to find something inside of some broken boxes at one point. The most loyal servant. Another thing that it seems like they did that a lot of other Souls-like games don't do, or a lot of games in general, there's a fair amount of attention to detail. There's some stuff like this that it just seems like they plop two assets next to each other, right? Like, why would that building be so close to that one? And then there's just like a plain wall behind it. That's a bit weird, but I mean, that aside, like the lighting from the lamp, the trees swooshing in the wind, the rain, the ground, you know, the rain impacting on the ground, the lightning effects, the skybox looks pretty, even though it's just clouds and whatnot. Like, this game is pretty. This game is fucking beautiful.
Puppet is blocking the entrance, and that's the only way in. So please, be careful.
I can't target that guy, but I can target this guy. Wait, okay, hold on, let me...
Hello there! Welcome to Krat, visitor. I didn't think there were any stalkers left to fight the puppets. You didn't hear?
Because so the stalkers are like a sort of resistance, right?
All that's left
Against
are
the
wannabes and
puppet
amateurs
army.
who think they can fight on their own. You ought to buy something while you're at the festival. You can't rely on yourself alone.
All you need now is a clutch claw. I prefer it not to have a clutch claw. I did like the clutch claw in Monster Hunter. I know a lot of other Monster Hunter vets didn't enjoy it. I hated chasing monsters down. So as soon as the monster ran, being able to clutch claw onto it and stab it to get it to stop. Oh shit! I accidentally bumped onto the right trigger. Oh man, if that was a regular Souls games, would be killing the damn NPC. But I quite enjoyed the clutch claw.
Out here alone? You could use some help.
Okay, so we can purchase and sell. What do we got? Fable Catalyst. Do we not have enough? We do, so does he just not have any? Oh, you can only have a max amount in bag. Okay. Throwing cell. A large output battery that can be thrown inflicts electric blitz damage on the area of impact. After the puppet frenzy, people began to fashion weapons of resistance in their desperation. Many throwable weapons were manufactured, and these exhibit excellent results against their marching. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, what is this? A special abrasive made by mixing electric blitz metal powders. Temporarily imbues a weapon with electric blitz. That's dope. Okay, so here's our bolt paper, right? Why stalkers are prepared to face any manner of variable that comes up in battle. Abrasives are another weapon that can turn the tide on the constantly shifting battlefield. And of course, here we have the different weapon. Concentrate, Storm Clash. This is the one that we already have. Here's the... Okay, so these are the 3 starting weapon. So we could get this and check it out. A strength-based weapon. I'm also going to grab this. Okay, so these are going to be a one-time use, right? Max it out. We'll max it out, chat. We don't need levels. That's fine. Fuck, I'm hearing music coming from... Oh, this is kind of cool, though. It's a little training dummy. Oh, and if you do a perfect... Okay, and if you do a perfect parry, it takes no damage. Oh, I mean, he doesn't do any damage to us anyway, so... But this is kind of cool. This is very cool, though. You can check out your weapons and whatnot. I've always wanted training dummies in the Souls game. Felipe, welcome in. I came because your title says Bloodborne. Is this a lie? My title also says Lies of P Demo. The game category also says Lies of P Demo. Or rather, it's just Lies of P, but... You gotta read the whole thing, man. You can't just pick out whatever word you like. But yes, it is a lie. It is a lie. Yeah, that's a targeting dummy, which is pretty cool. We can't have the 2 weapons. I'm gonna go ahead and swap. So the heavier weapon has less durability, more weight. Check it out. Oh, that looks sick, dude. That is anime as fuck. What are the weapon arts for this, actually? Link slash. Slash an enemy in front of you. Uses an extra Fable slot to slash up to 3 times. Perfectly block the enemy's attack temporarily. Let's go back to this one, which is more damage oriented. I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. They're working on a Monster Hunter mobile game? Huh. In Monster Hunter, I tried a few weapons. I ended up sticking with the bow. The one thing that bugged me the most about Monster Hunter was being slow and constantly having to chase down enemies. And something that the bow allowed me to do was not be slow and being able to hit monsters even though they were constantly moving around. So I very much preferred the bow. I was quite fond of it. Introducing the parade puppet. Here appears a terrific puppet who will enliven the parade. Introducing Parade Master, a remarkable parade puppet model from the workshop to celebrate the grand exhibition. Hello there, I am the Parade Master. I like singing and marching with people. Hey, say. Let me ask you something about this game. I read something somewhere at this NPC seller menus that the weapons are dismountable. Did I get it wrong? I have no idea, man. It does seem like you can change the weapons. You can maybe customize them at some point because it does show the blade and the hilt of the weapon separately. So maybe at some point we'll be able to customize it. So I can only assume so, but I don't know. We're right at the very beginning of the demo, so we still haven't gotten to see a whole lot. Oh, is this the first boss, chat? Are we going into a boss with just 1 heal? I think we are, chat. I think we are. Yeah, who needs keys when you just punch the gate open? Oh, there's the music. Okay, so the Y attack does actually quite a bit of damage. Okay, I don't know if that dash actually does damage, but... it does give you quite of ample time to dodge it. Okay, so your durability does go down pretty quickly, even mid-combat. So if you do take too long, you will actually need to repair your durability mid-combat. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess we'll have to see how much it actually impacts combat. Dodge too early there. Oh, fuck, I needed to dodge backwards. You don't get a lot of distance with dodges. Again, it feels a little sticky with the dodge. It's hard to explain. It doesn't have the typical Souls dodge feel. It very much feels a little sticky. You have to be a little bit more precise with the dodge. You can't just preemptively dodge to cover distance. If you die in a boss battle, Death Ergo is created at the entrance. Oh, that's cool! So you don't have to go into the boss fight to pick up your shit. You'll be able to just pick it up outside if you need to. That's kind of neat. Oh? What is he doing now? Oh no, he's pulling out his dong. Whoa! He's using his fucking head as a weapon, chat! That's fucking tight! I'm assuming he might do fire damage. Oh, you can still see his face on there. That's cool. Here, have a firebomb. Yeah, that didn't seem to do a whole lot. Wrong button. Ah, damn it. Buffed up my weapon. Ooh, you can get hit as you're getting up. That's something to be aware of. Damn it, dude. Yeah, the dodging feels very sticky. I'm used to, because it's giving me the Bloodborne vibe. It's very much making me want to play like Bloodborne. So I'm expecting to be able to attack and instantly dodge, right? But you can't do that. you can't do that. Okay, yeah, blocking definitely helps. We've never gotten that bar this early. Yeah. Yeah, oh my god, deflecting is the way to go. Yeah, I started balance. Unfortunate. Ah, we fucked it up. I wonder if it restores to full if you don't get it, or if it just restores a bit. You son of a bitch. Fucking every time he baits me with that attack. Wait. Does this weapon break normally, or did it break because we kept deflecting it? Dude, deflecting is the way to go. Let's go, man. All right, we got to play this like a Bloodborne Sekiro mix is what we got to do. Oh, that is so sick. Oh, man, this game never broke for me. I was full dodge, dude. Okay, deflecting is the way to go. Deflecting is the way to go. Okay, so getting that perfect block, not only does it completely negate the damage, but it also gets them groggy faster, and it seems to break their weapon. I guess the enemies also have a durability meter, much like you do. Dude, this game is so good. This game is so good. I don't like the dodge. I don't like the dodge so far. I'll probably just have to get used to it, but I don't like it so far. But man, if we can just parry our way to victory, dude, I am in. I am in, dude. That is so sick. This game's so good, man. Oh, I'm fucking loving it so far. Like I said, the dodge is the only thing that I'm not quite fond of yet. That'll just take some adjusting. But so far, like, I like all the little mechanics. I like that the items are actually very descriptive in what they do, and everything gives you sort of value to it. I haven't gotten the ability to do so, but I'm assuming that you can interchange hilts and blades, since, you know, they're separated both in the menu and in the weapon arts and whatnot, so you'll be able to customize things based on your playstyle. There's a lot of detail. The animations are sick. Enemy design is sick. Sound is sick. This game is so fucking good. But we gotta wait until September. Damn, that sucks. I'm gonna play the shit out of this demo. Oh, that sucks, dude. You can't teabag in this game like you can in Elden Ring, but you can spin on them. Hotel Krat, the great luxury you will ever Yeah, it would be cool if it gave you 2 seconds longer to read the shit, though. Give yourself the treat on an unforgettable day. Hey, why does it say I have some lost runes? Did I not pick them? Oh, what? What doesn't happen? Hold on. Chat, did I not pick up the runes? Or not the runes, the ergo. Chat, I'm gonna be calling these souls or runes or blood echoes and never ergo. That's just never happening. That's just never happening. Oh, you know what I noticed? We didn't get a bonfire after resting, or after killing the enemy, or the boss rather. I'm assuming it'll be up here though.
One more thing I should mention. The hotel security excludes puppets like you.
That's fucked up.
So you'll have to lie to get inside. You're a special puppet after all.
You know what this reminds me of, chat? The way the building is structured. Like how it's like very big but very boxy. It almost reminds me like something out of Warhammer 40k. I forget what they're called, but are they called citadels? Like the Empire has those big walking buildings and whatnot. Sort of reminds me of that. But yeah, this is very cool. If the game is even half as good as what we've been shown so far, oh man, this is gonna be a fantastic game. This is certainly shaping up to be my favorite Soulsborne game. That's or Souls-like. Souls-like. Let me clarify. Favorite Souls-like. Samantha, thank you for the follow. I completely missed that in the midst of the excitement. My bad. Welcome in. And thank you for the follow. Moonstone. Parade leaders Ergo. 5,000 Ergo? Oh, that's from the Parade Master, right? So that's like a boss soul. It is packed with immense power. Treasure Hunter may want this rare Ergo. Ah, so we can probably trade it in for some stuff, right? We'll keep it. Where's this Moonstone? Enhancement material. Quartz and hidden Moonstone. P-Organ ability activation part. A call for tiny Ergo fragment. It activates a special ability when equipped to the P-Organ. There is a special kind of Ergo with a different color and vibration. The workshop uses the... Oh, okay, so this is going to be like a blood gem. Or maybe a rune, because it goes on the P-Organ, so that's more like our armor type stuff, right? That'll probably be like a rune. This is to upgrade a weapon. Rare enhancement material that can be obtained in different parts of Krat. It can upgrade the blades of common weapons. The Moonstone was not from this world, however, it was the most optimal enhancement material. In their urgency, technicians pushed forward with using the Moonstone for weapon upgrade without time to review it any further. A demo this beefy and this early before release shows such confidence. Yeah, it certainly does. There's so much content and it's so polished that it puts every single other Souls-like to shame, and also all the people who decided to not create a Bloodborne 2. Yeah, no, this is sick. So far, this had a lot going for it.
Welcome to the sanctuary of the Grand Covenant. Prove your identity. Who are you?
Yo, daddy. Oh my god. I know we have to lie, but what happens if I tell him I'm a puppet?
Puppets are a constant source of trouble. The hotel forbids all outside puppets. Please leave the premises. Welcome to the sanctuary.
Okay, for future choices, there better be some kind of repercussion for not picking the right one.
Welcome to Hotel Krat.
Yo, springs are reacting. Hey, that's the P-Organ that showed up there for a split second. See, this is so sick. Because typically, this is where a regular demo would end, right? You'd play something, you know, you'd get the title screen. Oh, there it is! You'd get the title screen, and that would be the end of the demo. Right? But no, I heard that, you know, this is like 5 hours long or whatever, right? Like, I think you mentioned that it's pretty long, too, when I was in your stream the other day. Like, typically when you play a demo for most games, right, you get to run around, you kill a thing, and then boom, that's it. You know? But no, they give you more, dude. Let's go. But that is so sick, though. Oh, actually,
I'm so happy to see you.
What's going on with the textures there?
Sophia. I've been waiting for you. Searched all over the city of Krat to find you. You must have questions. Geppetto will have answers, but we have to find him first. He was last seen on Elysion Boulevard. All of Krat is dangerous for humans, and that neighborhood is one of the scariest.
Is this our
on Elysion Boulevard.
Our doll?
I'll explain more once you find
Is Sophia gonna be our doll?
Wait.
Is this
pocket watch.
Is this the Lies of P waifu?
Krat is a labyrinth of peril right now. This watch will guide you to a safe place. Be careful. clever one.
Are the dolls evil? In this one, I'd argue yes. Very much so. In Bloodborne, you could argue otherwise, but even in Bloodborne, the doll is evil. So this is our hub. Let me turn up the music. The music is so much quieter compared to everything else. You know what? Maybe mid-combat, I should just do a backstep rather than trying to, like, dodge to the side, because that gives you no distance. But, like, look at this. That is a girthy amount of distance. Just whoop, whoop. This looks so cool, though. Come on. Come on, dude. You can't tell me this doesn't look so fucking sick.
Use my power to help you.
Oh, so she is our doll, dude. Let's go. I mean, I don't know if she's actually a doll, but obviously not, right? Only humans or whatever are allowed in here, or at least the security system seem to think so. Maybe she is a doll. Who knows? Let me level up. Oh, wait a minute. Let's check everything else out first. She's the blue fairy, sir? Well, yeah, I get that, but I mean, this is not a one-to-one recreation of Pinocchio, so I don't know. Maybe she's a mechanical fairy. Man, this is a pretty big place. Vinigny's Krat Landmark Guide 1. Hotel Krat is one of the city's creepiest and most mysterious buildings. According to lore, Hotel Krat is an isolated castle built by an aristocrat devoted to a form of occultism after receiving a revelation from a radiant tree. The Tree? We talking about the Tree? At one point, it was used as a mental institution, and some patients said they saw hallucinations. However, no records remain, as they were all destroyed in a large fire. The music is really good. The attention to I mentioned this at the beginning, the attention to detail is so sick. Like, it makes the environment feel alive, because there's a lot of details. Something that you don't see in a lot of other indie Souls-like, right? Is this German?
Unexpected guests are welcome. We don't insist on reservations. I am Antonia, and this is my hotel. Welcome. Oh, I knew from the moment we met that you're Geppetto's puppet. He might have a few loose screws, but Geppetto's skills are undiminished.
Was creepier. Why, man?
It's a shame.
Just because her face is
He
half
took
fucked
off
up?
for
Come on,
Elysion
dude.
Boulevard, and he never came back.
I will say, I find it very bizarre
Turn up soon. We'll
that
have to
for
make a
the
new coffee.
texture... that for the text, in between voice lines, it pauses for a long time. But like reading the sign outside of this area, it was gone before you could read the whole
But I think
thing.
it's better off with you.
It's a bit
Please
weird.
find that old man. And do take care of yourself out there.
I love the creepy Souls acting. I don't really find very many of the voices creepy at all. Oh. Wait. Okay, that's neat. Hey. How do you do gestures? So these are just completely for visual look, right? Uniform of a sophisticated and dignified boarding school. This clothes have been worn before. The uniform of a boarding school famous in Krat. The initial M is engraved on an elegant board. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with this. we have the bunch of Moonface Pocket Watch. Ah, teleports to hotel or last stargazer use a pocket watch from Sophia. The power inside the watch returns the user to the last stargazer he visited or the hotel stargazer. A pocket watch with immune mystical power. Power of the watch turns back time. Okay, it's our homeward bone, which not homeward bone. What's it called in Dark Souls 3? The infinite use one, the sword, whatever it is.
Welcome to Hotel Krat. My name is Polendina, butler to Lady Antonia.
Polendina? Almost sounds like
Please
Polentina.
let me know how I may be of service. At Hotel Krat,
Yeah, I only usually swap out of English if the voice acting sounds absolutely terrible. Even for games like Ghost of Tsushima and Sekiro, I thought that the English voice acting was perfectly fine, so I played those in English. Purchase. Okay, just a regular shop. So, Sawtooth Wheel, right? We saw that already. Fable Catalyst. Legion Magazine. I'm assuming that's for our arm. A polymer filling that activates a Legion's arm specific ability. It can be implanted in a Legion arm to rapidly charge Legion. The polymer bullets that are used in Legion arms were developed in collaboration with Venini Works. These bullets undergo a chemical reaction inside the Legion arm and turn into different substances like fire, electricity, acid. Yeah, like Wolong. That one we played in Japanese. The English voice acting was just absolutely unbearable.
the Grand Covenant is a set of absolute commands imprinted on puppets when they are made.
Is it just me, or does the camera move faster when you're in a dialogue?
Second law, a puppet may not harm humans. Third law.
You look at the animation on his fingers.
Protects and serves humans and the city of Krat.
That's kind of cool.
Fourth law.
They didn't have to do it. They could have just left them. They could have just left them like this, right? They didn't have to like do the little animation or whatever, right? That's cool. Neat little thing. Okay. So that's our merchant. This is the Stargazer. I also have to say that I really like the idea of like the Stargazer and, you know, the stars, the sky and all that. Sort of ties it in with the cosmos a bit. Feels like a slight Bloodborne nod, you know? And I also like very much that they went with the blue theme, right? A lot of Soulsborne games and a lot of Souls-like games tend to use red as a theme for things, right? That's why I really like Thymesia using green. It was very different. And I really like the blue theme. Almost reminds me of like, you know, just recently we played Elden Ring. Obviously, blue reminds me of like Ronnie-related stuff, you know. It's cool. I very much like everything about this game except the dodge. Except the damn dodge so far. This place is huge. Oh, never mind. It's just... Different audio for stepping on tile and carpet. I know that that's, you know, something that's in like every game, but some games forget about that. Some games forget about that. A sewing machine. So there's nobody here unless we can use, I'm assuming later on we'll be able to probably unlock a sort of NPC because there's room here for, you know, sort of seamstress or something, right? That sits there. And we'll probably be able to craft new costumes. Oh, never mind. I'm fucking wrong. Okay. This is not for costumes at all. We only have the one Legion arm. Cannot be unequipped. That's cool, though. Okay, why is it called a crafting? That... Oh, it is. I thought that was a sewing machine. Okay, yeah, no. I thought that was a fucking sewing machine. We'll check that out in a second. This is so cool. This is something that I've wanted in a Souls game for ages. This is always something that I like that exists in that exists in a lot of mods for Souls games, right? Convergence mod, Cinders mod, and a bunch of other mods. They have these sort of training dummies. And it's so cool. It allows you to test things out without having to go out on the field and whatnot, right? And I also like that they have this one that attacks and whatnot. Okay, I see. So, regular attacks, you don't need to perfect block, you can block. The red attacks, though, if you just... Yeah, if you block him, you still take damage, but you can't perfect block him. Okay, that's tight. Yeah, I think deflecting, or I keep calling it deflecting because of Sekiro, it seems like perfect blocks is the way to go. Hey, can I steal some of your stuff? Do you mind? I organized this place according to the rules. Organize this place according to rules, so don't move a thing, Eugene. Little cat taking a nap. Wait, is the cat dead? Why is every other animal looking on the cat? Oh, don't tell me the cat is dead, chat. That's sad as fuck. I didn't mean to do that. PewDiePie shopkeeper.
I heard about you from Geppetto, but to see you in person, wow.
This game already has more waifus than most Souls-like games. This game is a 10 out of 10. Hey, yo! Got a fucking harpoon gun? I'm assuming that's a new arm that we just received, right? Legion Arm. Legion Arm is a special equipment that is equipped on the left arm. Each Legion Arm has its own combat ability. Legion Arm can be modified into all sorts of forms. Modifications can be made using the Vanini craft machine. Sick.
The sound of it alone. That craftsmanship comes only from the hands of Geppetto. You must be.
Are we going to be able to get a whirligig saw, chat? Is that what that's telling me? Are we going to be able to get a whirligig saw?
I forgot to introduce myself. I am Eugenie from the Workshop Union.
Eugenie, not Eugene. Eugenie. Oh, look at a little woodpecker.
I'm sure Master Geppetto would agree. If any of your weapons need work, bring them to me. I know my way around a weapon. Want me to look at some?
Ah, there it is. Alter handle. You can bring Eugenie. Eugenie? What was it? Was it Eugenie? You can bring Eugenie cranks to alter weapon handles. Each handle's property upgrades based on your character's basic stats. You can change this property and grade one time with a handle alteration. However, you can always reset it with a balanced crank. Oh, so that is very similar to the Ash of War system. Sort of. I mean, you can change the scaling. That's cool. Alright. Neat. I like that. I like that, chat. Any game that allows me to customize my character to my playstyle. Big upside. Hey, let's upgrade the puppet's saber. Actually, hold on. Let me wait. Let's wait.
A stargazer is a survival device used by the stalkers. It powers itself by accumulating and absorbing ergo spores in the air. The stalkers installed stargazers all across the city. Once they're recovered, we can put them to use. If you want to test your skills or try new techniques, head for the garden. The stalkers captured a puppet to use for training. Don't look at me like that. Everyone hates puppets. I know whose side you're on.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily hate puppets. I'm a puppet myself, alright? I don't hate them just because they're puppets. I hate them because they're trying to kill me. Lady. Alright. Eugenie? I thought you were wife material, but you're being a little bit of a bigot right now. Alright. Yeah, let's try out the new puppet string. Oh, dude, wait a minute. Okay, that had... Holy shit. Okay. That's quite the range. And I'm assuming that probably either staggers the enemy, right? Or you might be able to just straight up pull the enemy to you. It would be cool if you could equip multiple arms and sort of swap them around, but yeah, I mean... Can you oh, dude, can you imagine if you could do that? Mid-combat, you want to swap your arm out, fucking Pinocchio twists his arm, pulls it off, slaps another one in, twists it on. Oh, chat, put me in charge of the dev team. Put me in charge of the dev team, chat. I didn't get how to pull myself to an enemy, but it says it can do both. Elysion arm that can release a wire. It can be strung around an enemy to drag them towards you or to move you towards them. Stalkers devise a tool that increases their mobility during combat with Puppet. The wire instantly narrows that distance. Press and hold the Legion arm button to track an enemy. Enables dodging after a hit. If you pull or wire trace an enemy and press and hold the Legion arm button, it will trigger a link attack. Are these upgrades of sword? Because it says 1, 2, and 3. So I'm assuming those are things that you can unlock once you upgrade the weapon, probably. Because there are also those 3 little notches next to the arm itself in the inventory. Yeah, maybe. Okay, another part of the mansion. Maybe you'll unlock later on. Maybe there's side quests that you unlock more NPCs that you can do more things. Shortcut. I like that. They didn't have to break it. They have to break the damn thing. It's locked tight. Okay. Dude. This is so awesome, man. You know it's a good game when you just have fun walking around, right? When you're playing a game for the first time and you're just taken aback by just simply wandering around the world and not even particularly doing anything, you know it's a good fucking game. Yeah, it's just, like, I just want to walk around and look at shit. I've played other Souls games where, like, after sometimes it's like, okay, fuck it, dude, I just move on. Let me just move on. I want to be done with the game. This one, I'm just having fun looking around at the fucking mansion. There's nothing to do here, right? Other than, like, upgrade our stuff. Speaking of which, let's not forget to do that. But, like, otherwise, you know, like, that's it, right? It's just a hub, but it's so cool. You know, in terms of, like, feel, it very much reminds me of the Nexus a little bit. It gives me that sense of, like, peace, but also knowing that, you know, past this point, there's a lot of treachery and, you know, hardest path. I'm trying to use big words, chat. In here, it's cool. Out there, it sucks. That's... There you go. Pallet. Oh, shit. Oh, we can't attack in here. That's what's going on. This is still part of the mansion place. Okay. Cool. Elysion Boulevard entrance. I wish there were more Italian names. Not gonna lie, I wish there were more.
Hey, let's be more careful. The Black Rabbit Brotherhood. I hate these guys.
Little bit of stick drift, chat. That wasn't me.
My name is Gemini. We'll talk later, when we're safe.
Alright. So, was that Jiminy right there that bounced around and now we can hear him better because we're closer to him? So I guess this little lantern was... I held down triangle or Y. I held down Y because I wanted to access my pouch. And in Elden Ring, you hold down Y to access your pouch. But in this, it's A. God damn it. Well, so I guess that was Jiminy Cricket, Jiminy Man Boy. Now his voice is a little bit clear because we're closer. You. All right, where's the puppet ambush at? I should probably level up. I just assumed he was getting better. Could be, I guess. You know what? Let me do this. Again, I tried to press Y. Yeah, I will say, I mean, at least it seems like you can travel, perhaps, in between the different lanterns. It's not so bad, right? You can travel between the different stargazers. Not a fan that... I mean, obviously, before you hit the hotel, they allow you to level up, because otherwise you'd have no way of leveling up. But it's a bit weird that they rob you of that once you hit the hotel. That's a bit strange.
I'll use my power to...
Yeah, so I did want to get... I wanted to try to get my equipment up a bit. Sort of lower. And try to get quick dodge. But if we're gonna try to stay closer to... Oh shit, what weapon do we have again? Oh, it's Seam Bow. But if we're gonna mainly try to focus on blocking, I probably won't care about that. I'm just happy there's no open world. I'm hoping that there is never going to be another Souls-like open world game. Or if there's going to be, I hope it's far from now. Oh, wait a minute, chat. I just fucking noticed that's why the bar stays red. What the fuck? There's a rally system in the game? Let's go, dude. I just noticed that. Oh, that is so sick. I wonder if it applies for the enemies as well. Probably not. The game is all about shortcuts and interconnectivity. Yeah, but I mean, that's fine for exploring the level. I've always thought that, again, I don't mind them, obviously, right? Huge Soulsborne fan. I replayed the games to no end, so, you know, if I minded the runbacks, I obviously wouldn't play them. But when it comes to bosses, dying to a boss and then having to run back through a bunch of enemies and potentially getting hit and stuff like that, I don't think that very much adds anything to the gameplay loop. If all you're doing is running from point A to the boss, die, point A to the boss, all that run back is doing is just padding game time. I don't mind it, but I would not be exactly upset if they did away with that.
Rich people row. You wanted fancy boutiques and shops. No place better. But that was long ago. Before the puppet frenzy.
Yeah, I don't think that adding a checkpoint by a boss fight would exactly ruin the exploration. I like that little, I like that. That if you try to open it from this side, it doesn't work because it's broken, right? There's frayed wires sticking out, you just sort of shock yourself. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Does it hurt you? Oh, that'd be cool. Bet chance Elden Ring sold like hotcakes, it'll get copied to hell. I don't exactly think so. I don't really think so. Most open world games that we're going to see are going to remain in the style of something like maybe Grand Theft Auto, right, Sandboxy, or something like Horizon, right? Like your traditional open world style stuff, Assassin's Creed, Ghost of Tsushima. I think we'll very much keep seeing that. I don't think we're going to see a Souls-like in the form of open world. Open world games are insanely expensive and time-consuming to make, and really only AAA studios can afford to do that. And I don't really see a AAA studio doing a Souls-like game anytime soon. Because it's for a very niche crowd. They're more likely to do something like Assassin's Creed open world, right? I understand that Elden Ring sold very well. I forget to switch up. But yeah, I don't think any AAA studio is going to copy that. And certainly I don't see any indie studio trying to make one. Yeah, that's exactly true, Xenon. I think it sold like hotcakes, not because of the open world, but because it's a Souls game that got heavily marketed. That Elden Ring got marketed way harder than whatchamacallit, than all the previous games. But yeah, from pretty much everybody, the open world aspect is the biggest deterrent to replay the game. It's much the same for me. I like Elden Ring and I like the build variety, which is why I play it over and over. But I hate the ridiculous amount of time that I find myself running around doing nothing in that game. I like the chest animation. That's cool. Ooh, a new frame. Oh, it's heavier still, but more damage reduction. A made-to-order item specific to LADA, the Puppet Parts Workshop. It had been in use for a long time, so despite being heavy, it is reliable. Yeah, if I don't care about dodging, we can get as heavy as we want to. Well, there's Jedi Fallen, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think FromSoft is gonna go back to open world. I really don't. I think that was just something they wanted to try out, and that was it. The Jedi game, I mean, I assumed that the Jedi game was probably in development at the same time as Elden Ring. I wouldn't be surprised if it was in development longer, so I don't think that Elden Ring had any real impact on that. Because, I mean, the Jedi game came out what? Also, clever use of lighting to guide the player, right? You don't really have to walk around and think too much. It gives you indication without clearly telling you where to go, right? I think the Jedi game came out, what, about a year and some months after Elden Ring, so there's no way that they looked at Elden Ring and was like, hey, let's pump out a game in a year. That game. Whoa, hello. Oh, shit. I'm gonna die, chat. Oh, oh! Oh! God damn it. And just wait for him to shoot again. Is it just me, or do these guys sort of look like Alfred from Batman? That was a little too close. That was a... Yeah, is this the shortcut, that door on the right that was locked up? It feels like it might lead there. Yeah, I don't trust that for a damn second. Really? No other puppet around? Alright, if you say so, game. Oh, there's that puppet. Oh! You fucking game. Oh, that's cool though. Okay, those elite enemies, once you kill them once, they're gone for good. Okay, I was gonna say, man, if I have to fight that guy every time I want to make my way through here, that's gonna be a big pain in the ass. So where did that other one come from? Oh, he's right there. Okay. I like that the weapons they use are very much like makeshift weapons, right? Some of them are just use like random items from the ground, right? Like candelabras and stuff. And other ones just have like makeshift weapons with like nails and stuff on it. It makes it very visceral, even though you're just, you know, fighting puppets. This is certainly a shortcut. Oh no, we can just go down. I'm afraid of falling. Maybe. Oh, that goes up, so let's go over here first. I'm excited for the DLC because I want more story, but I really don't feel like playing it. A sharp pipe. Is that a weapon? Or... Oh, it's... Okay, it's a throwable. A sharp pipe that can be thrown. It's just like a throwing knife. Okay. Hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. We might have missed an item. Ah, here we go. More electric blitz abrasive. I'll fall toward death. I don't even know how bad the fall damage is. We'll try it out in a second. Even though the story disappointed me, I felt it lacking compared to all the previous outings. Yeah, I hope that George R. Martin. Yikes! Oh, there he is. Jesus. Stays far, far away from the next Soulsborne game. I don't think he really added much. Oh man, we're out of charges. Oh, I thought I heard something behind me for a second. Wait. Wait. Hold up. Sounds like it's coming from in there. It is certainly coming from in there. Is there any other direction from here? We can drop down, which maybe I should, because it feels like maybe there's a shortcut, but... No, I don't, surprisingly. Yeah, I mean, I think the lore is still very cool. It does feel like you need to read into it way more than the other Souls games, which perhaps is not very good. I feel like in the other games it was much easier to pick up on what was going on without... Shit. Oh! Mother... Like, the story is very bare bones. I don't think the story itself is great. I think the characters and the dynamic between the characters and whatnot is a little bit more interesting. But there's a lot of reading into that you gotta do, way more than the other games. And it doesn't really reward the payoff as much. Maybe I should throw on some of those loading magazines. Because it would be very handy to use the hook right about now, but obviously I can't. Yeah. Oh, it's that thing that's making it. Yeah, let me throw on some magazines. I don't feel like it's something I'm gonna be necessarily using. Oh, do we only have one? I thought we picked up a few more. Oh, it doesn't even recharge that much. And there's the ladder that goes up. I like... Dude, that is sick. I like that if you block that first attack, it auto-blocks all the subsequent attacks. Rather than having to block every single tick. That's actually really nice. Frozen Man's Letter. My Louise, Charlotte, my treasure. I can't hear anything. I think the streets are already dead. Nothing but silence. I assume that I, too, will become just another petrified corpse soon. Can you imagine how scary it must be, though? Like, be out here? Oh, oops! Yeah, let's go check up top first. Can you imagine how scary it might be, though, to, like, wake up one day and the streets are quiet and all you hear is just whirring of machines? This game is sick, though. I already know I'm gonna love it. I wouldn't even have to finish the demo. I could just drop it off here, and I already know I'm gonna pre-order this fucking game as soon as the stream ends. Although I don't know if I care about the deluxe edition. The deluxe edition gives you, like, what, a few alternate costumes. Don't know if I care about that. What was that? Oh, that noise was us hitting the max Fable meter or whatever it's called. All right, chat. Let's get it popping. Oh, that doesn't quite do anything to him. It does wear out your weapon durability, though. Oh, damn it. It seems like you can only recover HP from attacks that you block. Or not? At least that's what it seemed like. Ooh, weapon's almost broken. Okay, so it is pretty easy to stagger them whenever that bar appears, but you just have to be very aggressive. If you let off too soon, then yeah, it's gonna be very easy for them to just recover from it. You never seen your weapon bar go red? It seems like it... Ooh, I'm assuming that's increased HP. Yeah, increases max HP. An amulet that can be equipped on a puppet. Information and memories that are useful for movement can be imprinted on the symbol to draw out special powers. The slightest blink is enough to make a puppet move. Puppets do not have life, but it is enough to move them. Fair enough. Hey. Actually, hold on. How much does it give me? 304... 21 HP. That's not too bad. That's like a couple of levels of HP. Whatever. I think each point was giving us about 15 or something like that. I never seen my weapon bar go red. Yeah, it seems like that's the downside of deflecting, right? It seems like when you deflect, obviously you negate all damage and you get them groggy. That name is funny. I'm gonna start using that for all the Souls games. It seems like you can get them groggy faster. But I guess the downside is your weapon's durability goes down sooner. So I guess if you want to rely on a parry-heavy playstyle... Hey, who's that guy? I guess if you want to rely on a parry-heavy playstyle, you'll probably need to rely on a weapon with perhaps higher durability. We should use Groggy IRL. Oh, you can switch the Legion arm here, though. That's pretty cool. I'll keep the hook. Why not? It looks cool, if anything.
Are you You are! Finally, someone is talking to me! I'm Jiminy, your friendly puppet guide. Or friendly guide puppet? I don't know, one of those. I'm also a friend of Sophia's. Last time I woke up, Sophia was there because she woke me up. But I'm sure there are still other memories in there. Sorry. Must be the shock. Bear with me, and I'll do my best to guide you.
Okay, so Jiminy Cricket is not actually in the lantern then, is he? Right, the lantern is, like I suspected, it is very much a tool just to communicate with Jiminy Cricket. Unless, I'm assuming so because here we get the option to talk to Jiminy Cricket, so I figure maybe we were talking to him through the Stargazer. But maybe that's just the only area where we can do it in. Who's this guy? I don't trust him. This is... Make it work. Bzz. What's up, brother?
Why, hello! I didn't know anyone was alive out here.
Okay, so if he says
I know
that...
what you're thinking, but I'm not a burglar.
He must be... Okay, so the Wandering Merchants is like multiple of them. It's not like RE4 where you have like the same merchant.
We survivors need to look out for each other. For your information.
For your information, I didn't steal this. Hey, what is this? Hello? Hey. I am... Oh, advanced... Okay, so yeah, advanced is like int wisdom type stuff, right? Magic, essentially. I guess in this case it'll be like elemental related stuff. I'm gonna get it just to get it. But we have no points in advance, so... I don't know how useful it'll be. I changed to that weapon and lever and look back. Damn. Is the big dude out of... Oh, man. Okay, what are the weapon arts for this? Okay, so we have Generate and Rush Smash. Increases electric blitz attack temporarily. Okay, so that costs 2 bars, unlike the... But this is blitz attack. Right, electric attack bonus rather than just the regular damage bonus on our other weapon. And Rush Smash, jump and powerfully strike down towards an enemy. Let's see some. Put this back. Does it show durability on the weapon at all? Weapon durability 170. Oh, that goes down way too quick. Damn. We'll try it out for a little bit, though. We'll try it out. What I did want to do, though, however, let's go back and level up, I suppose. Oh, you can just press X to go right to the hotel. That's fine.
I know my way around a weapon.
Oh, damn, we don't have any moonstones. Okay, so I am gonna pop these, but I'm not gonna pop the boss one.
I'll use my power to help you.
Let's put some points. Slightly heavy. Oh, it even tells you. Ah, now we're no longer... Oh, right, because of the weapon that we have on. Okay, let's just put one. Put some point into vigor. Get a little bit more stamina. This is a very unsustainable build, chat. Spreading all your points evenly everywhere. We won't be doing this during the actual playthrough, but in the demo, you know, try everything out once. I am gonna do a short bit of backtracking though, and go down the ladder before the point where we can fight the big dude. Because there were a couple of items down there. Do a slight bit of backtracking. Well, that's certainly a lot of damage. Oh, but look at the durability of the weapon. Damn. That goes down quick, though. It's a lot of fucking damage, though. Shock seems to be a little strong. And you can even empower it? Okay, I will say I was hoping to see a different backstab animation since this is a different weapon. Right? This is like a mace rather than a sword. But not a really big complaint. Not a really big one at all. Yeah, it really sounds like there's somebody in that house, but we can't like prank. Even this one never saw it going red. Damn. Does the I didn't really pay attention to it, but does the durability reset whenever you rest? I'd assume it does. Oh, that's sick. Dude, I had like no HP. I do also very much like the, oh, okay, so this is that shortcut. I kind of figured that's what this would be. Let me see how close this was to the other thing. Not that we're going to use, okay. Instead of, oh, hello. Okay, yeah, I know where this is. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't need. Wrong button. Wrong button, damn it! Gotta press A. No, not the hotel Stargate. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are cool about this game. I love a lot of the systems in place, a lot of the mechanics. I really like the idea that when you're out of charges, not while you still have charges. I think that's a good way of balancing it, right? Because if you could just restore healing charges while you still had charges, I think that could potentially be a little too strong. But the fact that you can restore a healing charge by smacking enemies when you're out of healing charges is so nice. Because usually in games, right, you're gonna end up making the mistake sometimes where maybe you don't want to heal when you should because you don't want to run out of heals. Because once you're out of heals, you're out of heals, you're done. But in this one, you can feel confident that you can still heal up. Even like, you know, if you took a hit, you don't have to worry, you just heal up. Because as long as you keep, you know, messing up the enemy, you'll get the heal charge back once you're out. I like that system. It also promotes you being aggressive, which is cool. Ergo's Life, Chamber of Machina. Okay, okay, brother. These devs really have it out for these Dark Souls 2 style ambushes. They're around every damn corner. probably should equip some of these shock bombs, actually. Yeah, I was about to say.
I can sense something strange. Jeepers.
Oh.
Is that a butterfly?
Hold on. Yeah, I was gonna say, oh hey, look, an item, but it's way out there. There's probably something that's gonna hit you. Yeah, the fucking asshole up here. Let's go grab it. I would like to read that, sir. Thank you. Oh, I pressed the button. Come on. Benigni's Krat Landmark Guide 2. The Alchemist Bridge is the bridge on Elysion Boulevard and the main way to Krat City Hall. The holy Ouroboros. Crash! You're gonna have to strip down if you want to have a chance of stopping Ouroboros. The mark of the Alchemist is fittingly engraved into the bridge. This shows that the Alchemists are not just a powerful, privileged class, but have also donated tremendous amounts of money across the city. Thanks to the thriving culture of philanthropy in Krat, you can find areas with names of prominent figures. It's like the city's motto, the citizens are the owners of the city. It incentivizes you to push forward instead of cowering back. Exactly, yeah. Because in pretty much any other Souls games, right? Like, with the exception of Bloodborne, I guess to some degree. Oh, that's why it was glowing red. Hold up. Oh, is this gonna be like the crystal lizards? Yeah, I bet you. I bet you it is. Yeah. Dimensional butterfly. Occasionally, a dimensional butterfly will appear in parts of Krat. Monad's lamp can detect the butterfly and lights up red to point out its location. When the character is near the hiding butterfly, it will appear. After a certain amount of time, the butterfly will disappear into another dimension. Kill it to get useful materials. Yeah, it's a crystal lizard. That's cool. I don't think I've ever seen another Souls-like game implement a crystal lizard type thing. Okay, down there. Ooh, another big dude. I just followed it thinking it was leading me to a treasure. Yeah, as soon as I saw that I had a collision box and I couldn't interact with it, I just started swinging. We're gonna go down there in just a second. I want to see where this goes.
My poor baby.
Your poor baby's gonna have to wait. Let's go the other way first. That's a big wide arena. Probably not a boss fight, but let's go down first. What's with the cat? Oh, right, this guy. I want to get those timings down. That's a hefty smack. Ooh, that is a very quick attack. Compared to all the other red attacks we saw, that's a fast attack. Oh, it does work with non-boss enemies as well. It does. That's so sick. He broke his weapon. Oh, I like that, dude. I like that mechanic quite a bit. Like, it makes sense, right? If I can break my weapon, why can't the enemies break their weapon? These are I'm assuming these are like traps, right? If you get bumped into them, they probably hurt you, so let's not get bumped into them. Why is homie lit up? I think there's a... Oh, there's a trap there. Okay, yeah. The devs are too good at baiting. Okay, so you can't hit those. If you hit them, they explode and whatnot. And with the backstab attack animation, we hit it. Alright, fair enough. Fair play, devs. Fair play. I'll give that one to you. Yeah, and this is the little corner that was... I'd be able to just... Okay, so you can break... Son of a bitch. God damn it. Alright, so you can break them. You do have a little bit of time before they actually explode. Dude, this game needs to come out yesterday. Yeah, I wanted to try to, like, shoot it, see if it would work. Probably does. I suppose anything that probably damages. Ooh, shortcut. Dude, I am tempted. I'm tempted to is it only if you pre-order the deluxe edition? Because, oh man, you can pre-order it, right? And you get a 72-hour early access. I don't remember if that's only with the deluxe edition or any pre-order. They might be able to actually snag me, snag the money for the deluxe edition if the 72-hour pre-order is only with that. Or not 72-hour pre-order, 72-hour early access. Yo, Frost, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. The dog has dodge maneuvers? Let's go. I guess we could do that anyways. There's a chest, chat. Doing alright? How are you holding up? I'm doing good. Doing good. Workshop Union Standard Insulation Converter. That's a lot of words. I'm not reading them. I am reading them. Oh, it's another piece. Okay, hold up. I also do very much like the colors they use. It's not quite like bright green or bright red. They're much more soothing to the eye. Okay, so it goes up in weight by quite a bit. Oh man, but it ups the defense by quite a bit. Enhances resistance to shock. An appendage newly developed by the Workshop Union has a new design and is versatile enough to be used. Are you liking Lies of Pete? No, this game is fucking garbage. But I am gonna pre-order the deluxe edition after the stream.
She answered me.
What's up with your baby?
My baby.
We have no healing items, chat. This could be dangerous.
Oh. This must be your first time in the petrification disease quarantine zone. For most people, this is their last stop. You are a good Samaritan for coming all the way here.
So when the dude talked about petrification, he meant like quite literally getting petrified.
May I ask you a favor? My family took my baby.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for the full release to find out.
They said it was for my own good, but it was heartless.
It clearly does have an effect, right? Because when we tell that first light to enter the hotel, you know, it tells you that your ear have been affected or whatever, your springs, your doodads, your doohickeys, your pee organ.
To Krat City Hall and bring me my baby.
That's a dude. God damn it.
Please.
Everybody's gonna make dick jokes, dude. Every time somebody's gonna talk about the pee organ, they're going to think about peen. You know, like, come on, man. Yeah, we'll go find her.
Thank you so much, kind one. I can finally see my sweet Elena's face again. Please hurry. Hard scales spreading across my eyes before I lose my sight.
She said the baby was at City Hall. Should we check it out?
Should we check it out? Let's go, dude.
Safe.
This is too big of an area to not fight anything in here. Yeah, there he is. Oh, hey, let me try using my, the other ability. Great hit combo, alright. I see you, I see you. Oh, damn it, dude. You'll see one of the cool mechanics soon enough if I stop sucking. There it is. So if you perfect parry an enemy enough time, not only, like, similar to Sekiro, you'll make it easier to break his stance. Like that. But you can also break the enemy's weapon, which makes them do less damage, change their attacks up, which is so sick. And you can do that to bosses as well. What the fuck was that? Yeah, you can also break a boss's weapon in that same route. Obviously, the downside is it seems to lower your weapon's durability way faster. Forget about that third hit every time. Like, for example, because I decided to stick to the deflecting most of the fight, I was able to break the boss's weapon and it changed up his moveset. Yo, we got his baton, let's go! But David, for example, here, who mainly relied on dodging, never broke the boss's weapon, and he maintained, like, his big old fucking stick the entire time. So the fact that depending on your playstyle, right, whether you dodge or deflect, you can potentially weaken enemies or change up the fights, because I assume if you can break a boss's weapon and force him to do less damage, at some point you're going to meet a boss where it might even become harder, where their weapon, like, you know, breaks and now, you know, maybe they get enraged or something like that, right? So yeah, it's very akin to, like, the Bloodborne limb break mechanic, but in a different way. You also gotta love the Monster Hunter sharpening mechanic that they randomly decided to throw in. Let me see that baton, dude. What's it got? It sucks. Oh, charge pulse cell. This charges it way faster. Hold on. Gather your strength for a big forward slash. Right. Temporarily increases your attack for the next hit. So that's much like Resolve and Night Resolve in Elden Ring. It's like a billy club, dude. Let's go. But it charges up the thing way faster. Oh, dude, hold on. What if you... Oh, I mean, we're slightly heavy, so we're not going to do that. But you could potentially use this, right? Smack the enemy around, charge your pulse bar way faster, and then swap to a weapon that has, like, a really strong weapon or buff that requires more pulse charges. Oh, we're finding a little bit of a combo here, chat. I like it. It's very clear that the devs are fans of Bloodborne. Yeah, there's a short interview that was put out a few weeks back where the lead developer in charge of the game mentions that he's a massive Soulsborne fan, and he answers certain questions about, like, what makes a Souls-like, etc., etc. And I even told a few people that I linked the video to that this guy understands what a Souls-like needs to be. He seems to very much understand what captures the fan base about a Souls game. A lot of Souls like fall flat. They make things too difficult for the sake of being difficult. They make convoluted level design. Too many repetitive, like they fall flat in a lot of areas. This game so far is just succeeding in everything it's doing at the moment. Torn doodle. It itches. Pale the skin and there's blue blood. Blood. Pretty cocoon. Blue angel. Joyful appetite. Dude, it's a fucking Resident Evil reference! Blue death, what a feast. Death. I'm alive. It itches, dude. This is a fucking Resident Evil reference. Oh my god, man. This dev team is insane. There's been a few Bloodborne callbacks, and now they just randomly throw in a fucking Resident Evil reference. Dude, this game is fucking awesome. Not only is it great, but it seems like the devs understand what their player base wants. Dude, this is... I need to order the game right now, and I need it in my hands right this second. Dude, this game is too good. Too good. Seems like a breath of fresh air. Yeah, Steel Rising was... Steel Rising had a good idea, but yeah, it fell flat on a lot of things. Ooh. Okay, he can block. He can... Okay, chat. I need the dog to move up closer. Oh, dude, we can break the weapon when they're blocking too! That is so sick! It's unfair. It's unfair. This game is too good. Oh, and we got the shortcut too. Let's go. This will be quite handy. I'm gonna go rest and then pop back out here. Or, you know, we'll keep pushing on. Oh, that seems like perhaps there's a boss coming up. Yeah, for being an dude, it just outright breaks the weapon if they're blocking with it. That's so sick. Oh, this is another shortcut. Yeah, this is next to the merchant. I know where this is. This is cool. Go up. Shortcuts on shortcuts, dude. Yeah, no, for being an indie game, and I think this is their first game too, they've knocked it out of the fucking park with this demo. And this demo is lengthy too. Mind you, we've already beaten a boss and have been going around this place for over an hour. It's like a 28 gig demo. It's so fucking good. Yeah, no complaint on the level design either, honestly. Loving the lighting and textures too. I'll give it the demo a go. Yeah, it should be on every platform. So yeah, you should be able to download it on PS5. Oh shit. You can double pump it like in Bloodborne as well, and that's tight. Yeah, this is probably a boss. I really feel like... I should maybe rest though. We're good. You love to hate the cheese I found. I can't wait to tell you. Let's go. Purge puppets. So this is something that was changed. I know Lance McDonald pointed this out. This right here, in the trailer, all puppets will be destroyed. Hey, that's pretty cool. In the demo, or in the trailer, this right here actually said APAB as a spin-off on ACAB, right? All puppets are bastard. It seems like they changed that to maybe avoid some controversy. I can understand that. It would have added nothing to the game to have APAB on there, so yeah, they changed it to just purge puppets.
Come out, Geppetto! You've got a lot to answer for!
I've always wanted to play as Timothy Camelot's Pinocchio. Yeah, that, like, it wouldn't really make much sense, would it?
You know what caused the puppet
What
frenzy,
the
don't
fuck?
you? You're their maker, practically their father.
Hold on, this is a fucking donkey mask wearing son of a gun with a big ol' saw, dude.
Tell me the truth.
I have no idea what that is. You've never heard of the ACAB thing? The all cops are bastard?
Wait. I know you.
It's a thing that's... I don't know if it's really used outside of the US, but...
You're the devil's
Yeah,
puppet.
ACAB is a thing here, and APAB is just a spin-off on that. Oh, wait a minute! This is an actual boss. Oh, dude, his attacks are so much different than the puppets. Can I backstab this guy into oblivion? You can. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Oh, okay, that was weird.
Sneak past me?
Yeah, I can. Check this out. Is this how you cheese them, David? Is this how you cheese them, perhaps? Ooh, nice dodge.
I'll kill you both, then string you up on the bridge.
You know, I don't think you will, as a matter of fact. Ooh, nice dodge, brother. What is the range? Holy shit. I do find it funny that I can just sort of walk around them. And that's a small window. Now give me your mask. I completed it, didn't care enough to get good, just use summons constantly. Hey. You bought your game, you play it however you have fun. Dude, is that Geppetto? Is that Geppetto, chat? Oh my god, my skin is turning into dust. Oh no, it's Geppetto il grande minchione!
Finally, we meet, son.
It's a dream come true. Seeing you like this.
Thank you for the cheese.
I understand.
It was an actual cheese. What was the cheese?
I invented the puppets after all. I should take responsibility as their maker. But in order for me to do that, I need to take care of the puppets.
Yeah, if you compare this game to Steel Rising, Steel Right, like if this game is an 8 out of 10 right now, Steel Rising is an easy 1 out of 10. I would even say 0 out of 10, honestly. Holy, the maximum number of pulses uses is increased. Oh, we got more healing items. Hey, dude, our dad loaded us up. Hold on. No new weapon. No new thing there. Nothing. I think what he gave us was just like clothing, right? The mask worn by the mad donkey. It is the mask of one blindly seeking the truth. The madman wanted to find the real truth. Blinded by his stubbornness, he failed to see the approach of death. Let's go. Dude, that is a creepy ass mask. Mad donkey's hunting apparel. The hunting apparel of a mad donkey. It reeks of brutal violence. The madman, who's now terminally ill, no longer feared puppets of the petrification disease. He simply wanted to know the truth, the reason for his colleagues' bloodshed. I kind of like it, but I also still very much like that. Well, you know what? Let's board it. Why not, chat? I got some of these new items that we picked up. Nothing new here. Right? Well, okay, so this was the purification ampule. This one, I'm assuming, does the same thing, but only raises resistances rather than curing. We got more of these. Ah, Enigma's assembly tool. A tool that can assemble and disassemble a weapon's blade and handle. Haha! So my assumption was correct, since they were shown disjointed from one another in both the abilities and the menu. There had to be a way for you to, you know, be able to swap them up. That hair floating around. Weapon Assemble is available through Stargazers and Eugenie? Keep forgetting how to say her name. When dealing with a non-human enemy, it was necessary to do away with common sense. The workshop and the stalkers assembled various blades and handles, focusing on making the greatest weapons. That is sick. Yeah, how do we use the gestures? Now we have the Krat City Hall key, a key once held by the Mad Donkey. It opens the entrance to the Alchemist Bridge on the way to Krat City Hall. The madman wanted the deaths of his colleagues paid for with blood. When he finally found the puppet's father, the madman closed and locked the door, demanding answers. Sick. Hello, German. We already have a German. It's more of a Germanette, but we already have a German. So here's the deal. I'm sure you noticed there's no fog wall on this guy, right? I baited him out of the bridge, and since he hates puppets, he went ham on all the enemies. Oh, that's kind of sick, though. The fact that you can cheese because of lore is actually pretty cool. Hey, this guy hates puppets. Let me draw him into a horde of puppets, and then he's just gonna go nuts on him, and that's actually pretty cool, though. Are we gonna get a fursuit? Pre-orders right now. You get some items for pre-ordering. I don't know if you get a fursuit. Man, that's cool. That is actually really cool.
To hear all about your experiences, but now isn't a good time. Use the Stalker's key to open the bridge door. Then get rid of the frenzied puppets that have seized City Hall. We'll catch up at Hotel Krat when you're done. I want to hear all about you. Use the Stalker's key.
Okay.
Catch.
Always gotta exhaust all dialogue chat, just like in all the Souls-like and Soulsborne games, right? You just waited by the woman's window. Can puppets not climb ladders? Probably would be a good idea to go... Oh, there it is. Silly puppets. They can wield weapons, but not. But not climb ladders? Ridiculous. Alright, chat. I'm gonna go ahead and drop us at the hotel, which is our hub.
So about that weapon assembly tool you were talking about.
And then I'm gonna take a quick break, chat, because we've been going for 4.5 hours, and I gotta really hit up the restroom and fill up my water bottle. That is true. That is true. I played it until after the first boss.
I know my way around a weapon.
Do you? Okay, so let me see. So I'm gonna throw this on. Right? What has the main durability stat? Is it the weapon itself? It seems to be. Okay. So each one has a charge pulse. stat as well, it seems. Or no, not really. It seems like it's mainly just from the blade itself. Oh, was I hold on, was I supposed to do some sort of confirmation there? Yeah, I think so.
I know my way around.
Oops, oops. Hold on, hold on. Okay, and you'll be able to obviously reassemble them back together, I'd imagine, right? Now, what happens if you upgrade this, though? Oh, it's upgrading the head. Ah, okay. So the head is what gets upgraded. Oh, you can upgrade the... Puppet Saber Blade. Wait, what? Weapon Blade? Oh, that's just the blade, right? The one that we took out. Okay. So you can still upgrade the blades individually. Okay. You know what, chat? I'm gonna see how this works out, right?
I know my way around.
I'm not gonna use all of my upgrades. We'll just leave it at that. Oh, I wouldn't be able to upgrade anyways after that. I've seen a lot of people shitting on this game because it looks like Bloodborne, which is baffling to me, seeing as so many... Yeah, I don't know why. I love it for that same reason. I love this game so far because it's very much a spiritual successor to Bloodborne, and Bloodborne is hands down my favorite game. Not just my favorite Soulsborne game, it's just my favorite game. So it's weird that some people would hate it because of it. If anything, you know, like, it would be a good thing. I think so far it's doing a very good job at doing callbacks to what its source material for inspiration is, while very much doing its own unique thing. It's because they're mad about not having Bloodborne on PC. How'd you like the first boss? It felt mad. I liked the first boss quite a bit. I liked the animations, I liked the second phase transformation, and I like the fact that depending on how you play it, the fight goes different. If you dodge a lot like David did... Oh, I need to re-equip my weapon, huh? If you dodge a lot like David did... Oh, that's why I was in light mode, because I don't have the damn weapon equipped, chat. It's fine. At least we're not heavy. If you dodge primarily like David did, you don't get to see what I did. But if you play while deflecting, or perfect pairing, or perfect blocking, whatever the game calls it, you get to break the enemy's weapon off, and they start to have different movesets. Pretty cool. It's a cool little mechanic. Yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed the first boss. The only thing that I didn't like is related to the just the dodging. I'm not a fan of how the dodging operates, which is why I started trying to deflect rather than doing anything else. But aside from that, the boss felt fine. There was one attack he had where he just sort of puts the weapon down that counts as an AoE, and it seems kind of funky. But aside from that, I didn't have any problem. Yo, what's going on back there? There's all thunder and lightning going on. Some kind of Frankenstein experiment. Before we go up there, though. I backstepped because I was expecting something, chat. What in tarnation? Dude, what is this? Alright. Shortcut. "15 is about a group of boyfriends fighting to take back their kingdom from invasion in their slick car." Sounds pretty accurate. Yeah, both Final Fantasy 11, which I'm pretty sure that one's dead now, and 14 are MMOs. They still have a predominant storyline, like a main story that you can follow, and it's somewhat similar to what you're used to in a Final Fantasy game, but unless you plan on playing like a monthly subscription, and unless you plan on investing a lot of time into it, it's really not worth giving it the time of day. Heading off to dinner, Noli. I wish you luck with the game, and I'm glad you're having fun. Much love, everyone. Elvish, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. You have yourself a good one. We shall see you probably in your stream when you start it up. And yeah, enjoy your dinner. Have a good one. Krat News Issue 1124. Mr. Venigni's ambition to make a jolly police mascot puppet for City Hall ended in failure. His passion to make a trustworthy friend for the citizens and a strong officer who overpowers criminals was in the right place, but turned out to be excessive. The new police officer puppet's overcharged storage battery exceeded its capacity, causing chain explosions, malfunctions, and serious body damage. The city council recommended disposing of the puppet on the grounds that its appearance intimidates visitors, but Mr. Venigni and the taxpayers protested, halting the council's plan in its tracks. The puppet still lies abandoned in City Hall to this day while the lawsuit is ongoing. Chat, is this just a big old propaganda against automating the workplace? Is this what it actually is? Fighting against automation and replacing workers? Will you be my friend? Everyone is gone. I'm all alone now? Sure. Oh, I thought maybe something would happen if we smacked it. To me, the boss felt like a joke. I was using the scimitar. Yeah, I was using the same weapon. What do you mean it felt like a joke? Was it too easy, or... I couldn't get a hold of the dodging timing. To me, it felt weird. I died a few times. That's okay. I guess this is the officer puppet that the thing just talked about, since it said it exploded and it had heavy damage.
Survivors here. What do we do? Just give her that baby puppet?
Okay, so this very much is like the Gascoigne's daughter quest. We can either not give her the puppet or give it to her anyways. You know what, chat? I say we give it to her. I say we give it to her.
You found her, kind one. I could sense her from miles away. Oh, my sweet Elena. Please let me hold her. There, my baby. I missed you so much.
So she didn't mean like an actual daughter?
What do you think?
Did she? Okay, hold on a minute. Are we giving her the doll? Oh shit.
That's right, kind one.
Okay. Is she
You've granted me my only wish.
Is she thinking that we actually gave her? Because she can't see. She's blind, right? She has scales growing over her eyes. So, is she aware that Elena is a puppet?
Happy now.
Or does she think she's now holding her actual daughter? I mean, we told her that she's beautiful and now that she's a puppet. So she must think that that's her daughter. That's fucked up.
Gratitude.
Close your eyes, dance the night away with me, everything will feel better. A song that quietly comforts the dark. Feel a voice of accompany you in the sadness of the night. So this must be something that perhaps we can play at the piano. Oh yeah, let me just test out fall damage. I like some of the mechanics, they feel interesting. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Fall damage is nothing to mess around with. Oh yeah, the rally system from Bloodborne, essentially. Pretty cool. This game in general is so good. Man, my girlfriend is preparing the pork for ramen. We're gonna be making ramen, I guess, whenever, you know, the pork rests and marinates and all that. When that's done, my girlfriend's gonna make some ramen. And man, I gotta tell you, the smell that's coming across the house right now is making me hungry as hell. Patience. Oh, that's probably for stamina, huh? Increase the stamina recovery speed, let's go. An amulet that can be equipped on a puppet. Information and memories that are useful for movement can be imprinted on the symbol to draw its special powers. Keeping their springs in order and maintaining composure are meaningful skills for puppets. Even puppets designers still don't understand some of the principles behind the ergo puppets operate. I like this too. The fact that your defensive items are not just clothing or armor that you wear on top, right? You are a puppet. The fact that it's very much a FromSoft thing, right? Where your items and mechanics and whatnot are intrinsically tied to the lore. The fact that they're making defense parts be actual, like, components of the puppet, rather than just like, oh, here, have a helmet, have a suit, or whatever, is actually really cool. So far, this game is nailing a lot of things. I mean, wow, they copied Bloodborne, see them. Spectre. Use a star fragment at the cracks calling next to the boss area to summon a spectre. It will help your character in the boss battle. Huh. No. Grand presentation here. Or was this the puppet it was talking about? Nah, I wasn't. Because it said the puppet had received heavy damage. It was the other one. Maybe it was this. Shoot, maybe it was. It did say it overcharged. Holy shit, dude. I wish that scream had a little bit more impact. Dude. Alright, here we go. Ooh, we could have easily blocked that, damn it. I thought when he started flailing his arm that was going to be an actual attack, but he was just winding up the attack. Okay. Dude, it does so much fucking damage. Oh, okay. I kind of figured that was gonna happen. Damn. Sick music, though. Oh, and that's a grab? I wonder if you can deflect the grab. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the electricity might not do much to this guy. I mean, damage was alright, it wasn't bad. It's a friendly hug.
2 hours later.
Fucking hell. My chair did that stupid shit where it started sinking. I really need to change this chair out. Oh, that's a grab. Oh shit, dude. I need to... Fuck that grab, man! That grab is the most dumb thing in the game so far. Let's get him. I think we have him here. Get him with the fist. Let's go, dude. Let's fucking go. God damn. That was a fun as fuck fight. Not a fan. Not a fan of that grab or some of the timing of the attacks, but again, that's just how the game is. Hopefully they tweak some things, because I do think there's something genuinely wrong with the timings. But if not, hey, that's just something we're gonna have to get used to. That was fucking sick, though. I like the block system, chat. I really do. Any game that allows you to, like, parry or block your way through a boss fight is so sick. It's one of the main things that I liked about Thymesia, being able to, like, parry The bosses are so cool, man. It's so sick. I like that. I like that a lot. Thank you for the GGs. Yeah, I have a feeling they might not, but yeah, it would be nice if they did. Dude, there's still more? No way. Venigni's Guide. Dear citizen of Krat, the factory has been occupied by the puppets. Whatever the cause, Venigni Company is responsible for it. Dude, there is no way there's still more to this. This is a huge demo, man. How long is the base game going to be?
Whew, I think we're done here, pal. Back to the hotel.
All right, back to the hotel we go. This game is gonna be so sick. This game is going to be so fucking good. Oh man, I think the last time I was this excited for a game was when Elden Ring came out. I mean, I was pretty excited for Resident Evil 4. I don't know what it is. It just kind of killed my hype after I played it. Have you noticed that I haven't really gone back to it? I was sitting here like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna fucking speed run it, challenge run it. That game is gonna be so sick. I played it once. That was it. I don't know why. It just didn't grab me as much as I was hoping it would. Ooh, she's in a different area. So I'm assuming. Oh, you know what? Let me check something out before we talk to her, because it might end the demo. There's no way there's more to do.
How may I be of service?
So let's see. Does he get new items? No, it's not. I had to stop like 50 minutes in because I started to feel like it was showing me too much. Yeah, it's a lengthy demo. Oh, there's something here now. Hold on.
That book reminds me. Have you ever heard the fairy tale about a mischievous wooden puppet? All of Krat knows the story, all because of someone who loved that story more than anyone else.
I'm sorry.
But this is strange. I do not recall.
Did they really just put a Pinocchio reference in a Pinocchio-inspired video game? What's with the Pinocchio section? Inception. What's a Pineption? What's a Pinection? What's a chat? I'm having trouble linking the two words together.
That sounds very dangerous. Geppetto usually isn't so reckless.
Secretly, this is the full game, just made a mistake in a version to put up for download.
I shouldn't have said that. You and Geppetto are always welcome at this hotel. Geppetto's room is on the second floor.
Oh!
You can stop by whenever.
He's here, okay. Ma sta minchia! Invece che parlare inglese, siccome questo è un gioco basato su una storia molto popolare italiana, ovvio, perché gli italiani sono i migliori, perché non lo parlo in italiano, eh? Fungi minchia. In inglese? Ma dai, ma non posso neanche cambiare la lingua? You know, forse quando il gioco è completo e viene fuori e lo giocheremo in settembre, forse lo faccio esclusivamente in italiano, perché no? Perché no? Forse faccio l'intera giocata in italiano, non parlerò neanche una parola in inglese, voi sarete lì come imbambiti, non sapete che cazzo sta succedendo, io sono qua che parlo e voi non sapete che cosa dico. Immaginate, faccio tutto lo stream così, l'1, il 2, il 3, 4, 5, 6 stream, quanti ce ne sia necessario per finire il gioco, li faccio tutti in italiano. E voi sarete lì dicendo, no, ma che cazzo sta dicendo sto qua? Sta parlando, cos'è, francese? Ma che cazzo sta dicendo, tedesco? E che cosa sta dicendo? Io non lo capisco. Ma adesso io vado a vedere qualcun altro. Fungi minchia. Wait, you actually understand that, Pone? Let's go. Yeah, don't ever tell me I'm speaking French again. That's just an insult. Kimmy East. Dude, it's fucking terrifying that I understand 80% of what you're saying. I understood like 30% of that. Let's go. Probably me speaking quickly didn't quite help for anybody that could actually comprehend some Italian. Granted, a bit was just a bunch of slurred words and a bunch of gibberish, so it didn't quite help. But... About... Oh, hey! It tells you more about the mechanic, perhaps?
I see you're here. That means you can lie.
Yeah, I don't think you can really learn Italian in Canada. I don't think that's a language that they teach in school. They teach Italian in New Jersey, New York area. I'm fairly certain. Right, New Jersey is the state with the most, with the highest Italian population. Pretty sure they teach Italian in school.
Your path.
Your family speaks about the same rate. Oh, your high school did have an Italian language class. That is kind of bizarre, not gonna lie. Do you have an oddly high Italian population in Canada?
Like family to me. Make yourself at home. You're always welcome here at the hotel. If you have any questions, ask my butler, Hollandina.
Okay.
I picked up traces of high-powered energy originating far away. That's one mystery solved. Why don't we make a Legion arm with it? Mr. Vanini is the expert when it comes to Legion arms, but I'm pretty sure
Check it out, I get a kick out of it. Yo, we got a new arm.
Going to the factory to seize the richest man in Krat. A little... I heard he went to shut the factory down. I know my way around a weapon.
We got a new arm, chat. Hold up. Ulminis. Okay, so each one has a different thing. Okay, so this one cannot be modified. We said that the puppet string has different things, right, that we can do with it. Press and hold the Legion arm button to track an enemy. Enemy enables dodging after a hit. If you pull a wire trace on an enemy and press hold the Legion arm button, it will trigger a link attack. Okay. So yeah, it seems like these arms can do more as you'll be able to upgrade them like full minis. This one does electric damage. A Legion arm that holds powerful electricity. It accumulates electric blitz and discharges an electric shock. Lightning has been interpreted as God's authority and fury since ancient times. Now, God's fury descends to the earth and is being used to destroy steel monsters. Movable charge enables moving while charging electric blitz. Leakage current. Continuous small sparks from the hand inflict damage while charging. That's cool. Overcharge increases the maximum level of charging. That looks cool. This is gonna be such a good game, chat. Okay, so if I do a little charge or a normal attack, 201 damage is not bad. It does more damage than now we're whacked. That's not bad. What about charge? 334. I don't know if it's worth charging it, but how fast can you actually pop it? Hold on. Like, say I'm fighting this guy, right? You can sort of get it out quickly. There's a big cooldown for, like, dodging and such, so maybe it's not the best to do, but... Alright, let's go to the second floor. So I was correct then. That some of these rooms might open up once we meet more NPCs, right? Yep, this was locked. Now Geppetto's here. That's cool. This is just a beautiful game. Oh! I bet you, chat. Check this out. So we found some things, right? Where they at? Is it these? No. think it was these, right? For the P-Organ upgrades and whatnot. I bet you, now with Geppetto unlock, we'll be able to do that.
You've returned. Forgive a sentimental father for worrying about his son. Always remember that you're precious to me. Even when I ask you to do something dangerous. Speaking of which, there's a factory just beyond the Elysion Boulevard. It's packed with countless puppets. My friend, the inventor Vanini, went to stop them, but he never came back. Please, go save him and shut down the factory.
Oh wait, is...
P-Organs are the source of your powers. Collect quartz to get the strength you need.
We have 2 of them, right? Yeah, that's essentially our heart, obviously, right? It's even in the shape of it.
Remember, the hotel is the last safe place in Krat. It's our only refuge in a city full of perils. It'll be extremely dangerous if anyone has ill intentions. Be careful who you tell about this place, especially if they're stalkers.
Are we gonna be able to send people in here?
Of dangerous people, and always be a good boy to me.
How about I do what I want? Oh, that's it for the demo. Well, all right. Thank you for playing. Oh wait, we can. Oh. Wait. Wait, what do you mean? Thank you for playing, brother. I can still do more things. Hold up. P-Organ. Use the P-Organ slots to activate your character's latent abilities. Equip quartz on the P-Organ. That name. To obtain its corresponding effect. If you equip quartz in each of the slots in a single group, you can gain the group's synergy effect. Each time synergy effects of 2 groups are activated, the next step is unlocked. You can get a greater variety of effects as you take your P-Organ to higher phases. Huh. So this is just like an upgrade system, right? Increases pulse cell. Link dodge. Enables another dodge in the middle of a dodge motion. This is so sick. Increases groggy available window. Increases the maximum numbers of charges. Okay. So you can upgrade your character in a variety of ways. Shit. That's cool. You game plus time. Okay, so that's sick. So, that's gonna be interesting. So if you put a quartz, right? For example, if you want Link dodge, you have to place 2 quartz on the slots to unlock it. But at the same time, say you don't want the skill, you just need to dump quartz, you can just put 1. And each quartz, like, I guess you can pick from a thing, right? Do you want higher charge attacks? Do you want higher fatal attack damage? Higher fable arts? Increased grog duration? Enhances guard regain recovery? You know, you can throw in a variety of different, essentially like, you can think of them as imbue gems from like Diablo or something, right? And you can customize the way you play that way, as well as unlocking the abilities. Dude, that is so sick. You'd increase? Oh, that's possession limit, never mind. What would I put? Charge a certain amount of Legion. This is actually really nice. As you're going, this is actually really good. Because usually the only... Oh, you can only pick one of these, though. Ah. You can only pick one of these. Can you remove these? You can't remove them. Man, this is a bit of a shame. You can't remove these. Ugh. I'm assuming you'll be able to pick other ones, though. Hold on. So if I was to go, like, obviously on this one, right? I'm gonna be able to... Yes. But in the same cluster, where it seems like once you pick one of these once, then you can't pick it again. Obviously, you can't stack them up. If I knew that you could... Oh, maybe I should have read the prompt a little bit better. If I knew that you could only pick one and not remove it, I would have probably picked the grinder recovery speed. Because that's going to be more handy, being that my playlist is going to be more about pairing. That gives us the link dodge. Nice. Oh, and you see your little upgrade on the path there. So you'll probably need to get another one of these before it completes the path all the way up. I give it up. The blue hair got me. She's definitely waifu material. She's a cutie. She's a cutie pie. I mean, both her and the weapon forging lady. Look at that. She's got her little apron, her glasses. They're both pretty cute. Honestly, all the characters just kind of look good. How many times have you died? I haven't kept count. Some are between at least more than 10, but less than 30. Can't wait for the feet rule. Oh shit! Hold up! Her feet are covered! Maybe they do a callback to Miyazaki, and at the end of the game, she pulls up her robe and reveals that she's actually barefooted. As an ode to Miyazaki.
I'll use my power to help you.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd be putting points into. It doesn't really matter, right? We're at the end of the demo. I guess we could still go around and try things, but... Alright, chat. I think this is going to be it. We're going to go ahead and leave it here, right? We're done with the demo. I might check it out again before the release. You know, play the demo again before release. And I'm for certain going to pre-order this. There's no doubt about it. The game has... Yeah, it's good. It's fucking good. If you like Bloodborne or anything like that, you're certainly going to enjoy this. This is 100% a spiritual successor to Bloodborne. And you know that the devs are, you know, gamers themselves. There's a bunch of callbacks to Bloodborne. There's even a random Resident Evil reference, which was just sweet. I was not, out of all of the games to expect a Resident Evil reference, Lies of P was not one of them. That was cool. But yeah, no, it's a cool game. Cool mechanics. Cool aesthetic. Cool animations. Cool effects. Cool audio design. The enemy design is sick as well. I have some minor gripes with the dodging and how everything feels a bit sticky. I hope that they didn't purposely made it that way just so it gets better with the upgrade system. I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll see when the full game comes out. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna get the... I mean, if the standard edition, we'll just get the standard edition. I don't care about the stuff that comes with the deluxe edition, but if the only way to get the 72-hour early access release is to get the deluxe edition, I'm snagging that because I want to play this game. This is gonna be great.